Hi everyone, this is Nyla from the Packaging Lab. In this tutorial, I'm going to go over how to set up the bleeds on your document for printing here at the Packaging Lab. If you're used to setting up bleeds for printing, this is generally probably what your document is going to look like if you have a full bleed, where you have an even amount bleeding off of the edge of your document all the way around. However, here at the Packaging Lab, we need the file set up a little bit differently because of the way that the files are coming off of the press. So this edge here is going to be butted right up against this edge here. And if we don't have a little bit of an area to allow for the variance for trimming, you could very easily end up with a little bit of green right next to a little bit of red over here, and it would be fairly obvious, and you most likely don't want that. So I'm going to show you how to set it up with a bleed, and then also with the no print zone, the way that our specifications indicate if you've downloaded our specs off of our website. So the first thing we're going to do is go up to File and to Document Setup. And in the Document Setup, it's going to show us what our bleed settings are, which is equal all the way around. And I'm going to click on the link here, and I'm going to get the slash through there, which has unlocked everything so I can make the bleeds on each side whatever I need it to be. So on the top, which is going to be the side of your actual pouch when printed and converted, I want that to be 0. And on the bottom, I want that to be 0 as well. Now on the left and the right, I want the bleed to stay at 2 millimeters, which 0.0787 is the equivalent of 2 millimeters. So I'm going to leave that the same. Now I'm going to click OK, and now as you can see, the line here, the outline for my bleed setting is set up exactly where I want it to be. So I need to adjust my artwork to make sure that it's not actually bleeding into the no print zone. So I've already set up my guides here that are 2 millimeters in from each side of the pouch. So I'm going to pull my artwork down to that guide on the top, and I'm going to pull it up to the guide at the bottom. And now what you see is this white area at the top and a white area at the bottom, which is actually the sides of your pouches. This is going to be the no print zone, and this is going to allow for trimming so that the artwork doesn't get trimmed and end up on the other side of your pouch. Now, that's how you would set it up if you are printing a pouch. However, if you are printing film, here is a layout of some film, and again, we have the bleed set up to bleed equal all the way around. However, when we are printing film, we don't need a bleed. We want this to go right up to the edge so that there is no bleed on your artwork off of the edge of the film, because these are not being converted into pouches, and so they are trimmed differently. So we can go ahead and not need any bleed on our film. So that's how you'd set that up. And again, you go up to your document setup, and what you do is actually just change all of these to 0. So you can leave this linked here because we don't want any of the bleed to happen on any of the sides, and click OK. And now that will go away, and you're all set, and you no longer have any bleed in your document. And that is how you set up a bleed for a pouch and the no print zone for a pouch, and how you set up a film file that would be printed without a bleed.